Some heavy, fat, heavy Bear Bright. See the size of that? That's where Bear Bright comes from. Bear Bright generally does not come from this. See how small that is? That's not Bear Bright. That's always going to be number 2 because of its size. For me, in order for me to get number 1 copper, it has to be like this, right? This. Or if this is dirty, like this, say that's dirty, the whole thing is dirty. Let's say the whole thing looked patinaed, not Bear Bright like that, I would get number 1 for stuff like this. And I might could get number 1 for that, but when it comes down to this little bit smaller stuff, this is always going to be number 2. Number 2 because of the size. This you might could get some Bear Bright for it. It's supposed to be the size of a pencil lead. That is so close that most yards will let you buy with that. But if this was patinaed like this, see, this is going to be number 1. This is Bear Bright. This is number 1. Bear Bright. Number 2. Number 1. Some places will give you number 1 for that. Most places are going to give you number 2 because of the size of it. I separate my wire according to what my yard gives me. My yard, if I bring it to Southern Metals, will give me Bear Bright for this, this, maybe this. Bear Bright. Other than that, this. This type of stuff, this size of stuff. If I bring it to Southern Metal with this, a bunch of these little things, with the small size wire, this is always going to get me number 2. Some places will give them number 1 for this. I can get Bear Bright for this at Southern Metal. I'm going to get number 2 for this at Southern Metal. Also, any pipes like this, I'm always going to get number 1 unless it has paint on it. If it has paint or solder, this is also going to be number 2. This, even though it's heavy grade, just like this is going to be number 1. This is going to be Bear Bright as long as I get rid of that. That's the difference in copper. See that? It's dirty. It's dirty. Because of the corrosion and dirtiness on there, no matter how I turn that in, I cannot get Bear Bright for it like this. So, Bear Bright, number 1. Number 2. And this would also be number 1.